Well, last little update on the truck. I've been real happy with this project. The only thing I've really had to cut or manipulate on the vehicle itself was my my hole here where I can fill it up, and that's just a rubber membrane right there that will, in the unlikely event of a flashback, that little rubber hose there, the little rubber flapper there will blow out, hopefully. Yeah, that's the only thing I really had to cut up on this truck, that and the hole that goes on the intake. But there's the system down there, and got it all wired up the other day. So everything recirculates. I drove it about 80 miles the other day, barely even got hot. I didn't put a thermostat on it yet. I've got one that I need to install, that I'm going to install in the reservoir. It won't give me a totally accurate reading of what's going on in the generator, but I'll have an idea, a close one, as to where it is as far as the electrolytes go. This is the gas that comes out down there, comes around, and just for a few people suggested a flashback arrestor or something, I just put a PVC valve there. The bubbles that come up in the reservoir here are being deposited there under the surface of this big air pocket that everybody keeps talking about, but it's really about 4 inches under the... I filled it up with more electrolyte too. That was why. Now it comes out way under. If there was a flashback, I think it would all happen right here, and hopefully not tear up anything. But anyway, so back to the gas line. PVC. Now switch over to stainless right here. Just looks nice and comes around. And I decided to put it here via Mr. Smart Scarecrow's advice. And in addition to putting it there, I took one of these. Where'd it go? Gosh. Well, it's a piece of plastic like this one right here, plastic tubing. And basically what I did is I just angled it so it comes inside here on the inside of this thing. It turns and deposits right there at the intake on the inside. Now I don't know if anybody else's is like this, but this thing here has got 2 cavities in it. This outside one here has got a very small hole right here and a very small hole right here, and you got this nice big section over here. Now I don't know which one where it's really grabbing the air from. I think this is more like a recirculating thing, and then it's got a big bellow down at the bottom too. But my main concern was I didn't want it to get stuck in this little circulating tube here, so I just directed it right in. I mean, deposits right there in front of that intake. I sure hope that works okay, and there's not something I didn't think about. So if anybody sees a problem with it being deposited right there in the front, please let me know. So I'm going to put that back on, and we'll go look inside. Voila. Here on the dash, inside my little useless cubby hole, I found a use for it. Boom. Got a nice bright toggle that'll shine me in the face, so I know that it's on, and hopefully I'll remember to turn it off. Somebody suggested putting a relay in there to more or less keep it from, so you don't leave it on and when you get out. I have a tendency to forget stuff, so it's probably a good idea. So yeah, there we go. We're already generating. Anywho, that's the latest, the greatest hybrid vehicle. I need an EFI modulator. Who's got one? They want to sell me a working one. EFE modulator. Come on, sell me one.